Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
Yeah, and all Jared Goff does every year, Mike, is lead one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL. But I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves. I think so many people wanted to give credit to Ben Johnson and Dan Campbell, and rightfully so, as he makes this transition to kind of the next era of Lions football without Ben Johnson. I think people are going to see just how big of an impact Jared Goff had, not only in the 15 games they won last year, but they believe they have a Super Bowl contending team in Detroit. I think this is something that we can expect the rest of the day here, Mike, in the passing game. They love getting the running back involved early, and I think until the defense shows they got a plan to take him away, expect them to continue to find ways to get him involved in the passing game.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, on third down, it's gone. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10. Laporta in motion. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Once again, it's Gibbs. Whoa! And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. First down, Detroit.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
And it's third down.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down. From the gun, it's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
And they knew they were in a tough spot here defensively. Anytime a team gets you down into these 4th and short situations, we've kind of seen this take hold in the NFL. The ability of offenses to generate first downs on fourth down continues to improve year after year, and defenses have a hard time winning these gotta-have moments.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
It's a gain of 21
A
yards.
pickup of 21 on that connection. Good for a Lions first down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Lions.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing on second down. Goff. He'll get this out to his running back. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
That's holding at the 2. To the goal line and in. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Detroit. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Lions will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions 7, Eagles nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
And he's back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain before stepping out of bounds.
He steps out of bounds.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 75 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Lions offense ready to possess the football for the second time. Have a short field ahead as they look to break our tie. It is 1st and 10. They hand it to Gibbs. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, Detroit.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And there wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Williams in motion. On 2nd down, Goff. Quick slant taken in by Amon-Ra. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up.
Gain of 18. That's another Detroit Lions 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
Gibbs is into the end zone. Touchdown. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Gibson now on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to to start this drive.
Take over first and 10.
Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. First carry for Saquon Barkley. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Hurts. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. I had a defender draped all over him, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
6 yards to go.
Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
It's a gain of 8. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass. Nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner. Picks up the 1st down.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 21
Hurts and Brown connect. And it's a 1st down for Philly.
First down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Hurts going to fire this one out to Smith. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So he makes his first catch of the day, and even though it doesn't look like much, Mike, sometimes those are the touches that you can build off of. You know, it's like in basketball, what they say, sometimes you just need to see the ball go through the hoop.
Dotson, the man in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what play is coming. And I'll tell you the answer, it's an emphatic yes. They run the quarterback sneak right up the gut, and they turn 4th down into a 1st.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
It's a pickup of 6.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Barkley. And once again, nothing there. Stopped short with no gain. Now 4th and goal.
It's now 4th and goal.
To throw is Hurts. And this will pay off. It is caught. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Eagles.
You know, Mike, I think we're going to see a lot of this, and you know why? It's the new kickoff rule. So think about it. In the old days, you'd kick a field goal, you'd kick a touchback, and your opponent would have the ball on the 20. You didn't give up as much field position, but you only got 3 points. Nowadays, you go for 3 points and you kick a touchback, they get the ball on the 35. It's almost 30 yards of field position. You're just better off going for touchdowns when you get in here tight.
Elliott now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Jake Elliott.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Tackle there by Jalix Hunt.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
You know, Mike, what separates the really elite defensive edge players from everybody else is not only their ability to rush the passer. That's what everybody focuses on. But, man, the defensive ends that are good in the run game, those are the guys that never leave the field.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. It's Isaac to Slaw. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan. Because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give him 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Catch is made by Wright. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
Out of bounds at the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. Throwing, Goff. That's a short one, caught by Laporta. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
That's another.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
to throw. Right back to St. Brown. They connect again. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Lions, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Montgomery, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot, and now I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
Now from the 7, it's second and goal. Run here with Gibbs. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. So the last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. To throw is Goff. To get this complete, it's Williams over the middle.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And this is caught! Wow, the decision to go pays off. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, touchdown Lions.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Lions have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14, and they'll begin first and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up second and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 2. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. call it a yard at most. Alex Anzalone in for the tackle.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down. It's the quarterback with the sneak, and he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
Pretty simple here, Mike. Every team, they have this sheet up in the box. It's their own analytics telling them when to go for it, when not to go for it. And in this spot, their metrics say go for it, sneaks the call, 1st down.
They'll run the counter with Barkley. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Now Hurts. He finds Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
The open receiver is Dotson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On 2nd down, Hurts. Open man is Smith. He's got him. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down.
7-yard line.
Again, Hurts. This one is caught by Dotson. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 18-yard line.
2nd and a yard. Hurts will try it again. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. Third down, they need 5. That's Goddard in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not, and be taken down there. The Lions call their 1st timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 4th down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This from 40 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will cut the lead down to 4.
21. Eagles 17.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To Slaw, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. Quick slam, caught by St. Brown. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock will stop just under 30 seconds to go in this second quarter.
1st down, Lions.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. That one out wide to Gibbs.
Goff's pass complete to
Here's the 3rd and final timeout for the Lions as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, Goff. Now pass deep for St. Brown. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And their only realistic chance to end the half with points is to throw the ball near the sideline, gain as many yards as you can, and then hopefully either get yourself in position to kick the field goal or at the very least in position where you can attempt a Hail Mary.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Halftime coming up. And we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Bigsby to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll step up and run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The challenge of defending a dual-threat quarterback in the NFL, Mike, is that you just don't see them week in and week out, maybe like you do in college. So in this case, you defend everything perfectly downfield, but it's hard to account for a quarterback who can run. He escapes the pressure, tucks it down himself, and he picks up a big gain.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Brings up second and 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Barkley. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
All week long, they stress, Mike, that we have to get as many defenders to this ball carrier as possible. They know he's going to make some guys miss. He's going to be hard to get on the ground, but you can see the effect of rallying to the ball as it had here. They're able to take him down, and they're able to do it for a loss.
And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the first down, and that brings up 4th down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll get this one complete to Brown. And he's going to have the Eagles first down as they wind up getting 13 on 4th down.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Love the idea of going for it on 4th down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on 4th down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Man in motion is Brown. Hurts again. He's got his tight end Calcaterra to the left. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
On the run to the right. Off he goes. And he'll slide to a halt after picking up about 6.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Here's a handoff to Barkley. And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
And with that run, it puts them on the doorstep of the end zone. This has been a really impressive series up into this point, Mike. I mean, so much that anything less than a touchdown kind of feels like a letdown.
Now Hurts will call his own number. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
The goal line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will drive his way into the end zone. Jalen Hurts, touchdown Philadelphia. A lot of bodies down there, but there's one with the football, the quarterback. That's all that matters. Breaks the plane for the touchdown.
And all that quarterback is looking for, Mike, is the smallest of creases before that snap. Once he identifies it, all that's left to do is put your head down, get behind the big boys up front, and drive the legs across the goal line.
The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
That's good for a Lions first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Detroit.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL, and I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game, more important than how many gross yards you run for?
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Backs to the big tight end, Laporta. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
First down. It's a gain of 20. And the Lions first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mike, this is one of those times where you really see the evolution of the tight end position, right? It's not the days of just go past the first down, turn around, catch it, and fall. We see so many guys around the league that with the ball in their hand, they're almost more running back than they are tight end.
We'll go right back to Laporta. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll get forward for about a yard. That's John Campbell getting in there to make the play.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4. Throwing, Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target, No catch, and now fourth down.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds they've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have a Lions first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Goff with the give to Montgomery. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. Open man, right side, he's got it. And they continue to churn out first downs. What a drive. It continues now with first and goal.
First down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. David Montgomery. Touchdown, Detroit. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback, and the ball's coming out to the 35. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back. A second down throw for Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. He'll look underneath and finds Gibbs. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. And give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
On 2nd down, Goff. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor, and this time it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
He connects with St. Brown. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This is a really popular concept on 3rd down. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. They call it mesh routes or drag routes. They want to create some traffic in the middle of the field and pop the receiver out the backside of the defense. To give credit to the defense, they were ready for it. They rallied to the ball and keeps them short from picking up the 1st down.
A gain of 6. And the Lions 1st down.
So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go play action with Goff. Catch is made by Wright. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Lions 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Goff. Throwing left side. And it's taken in by Williams.
Not the biggest gain in the world, Mike, but what I really like from the quarterback is just the timing of the drop, the timing of the delivery, and hopefully this can jumpstart this offense in the right direction.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Goff to throw. He's got his man complete That's to slow. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion, fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run the draw with Gibbs. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12 then. First down, Detroit.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
Tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. He's going to be out of bounds. Gain of just a couple, and now we've got third down coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play, and it's third down.
From the gun, it's Goff. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up fourth down.
So a big one looming for Jake Bates. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. Bigsby to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up second down. Receiver, it's Smith. That pass play good for 22. Good for an Eagles first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 49-yard line.
2nd and 10. To the air again. Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 17 yards on that play. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This guy's really starting to roll now. I mean, his involvement in the passing game just continues to pick up. And until the defense identifies him as a pass threat, I expect this quarterback to keep looking his way.
Again, Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Hurts will try it again. He gets that to Brown. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Hurts again. He'll try and get there on the ground. They get an even 20 on that one. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll take it on in. Dallas Goedert. Touchdown, Eagles. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter.
31. Jake Elliott to kick
All
off
even.
Philadelphia.
4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? This is fielded inside the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. That one out wide to Gibbs. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's gone. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Lions first down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Quick slant caught by St. Brown. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Lions.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going, and I can't blame him.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Eagles' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. Goff to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
To throw is Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
You get in these situations, third down, tie game, fourth quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these third down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second and 8. Throwing, Goff. That's over the middle. Caught by Tesla. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the Eagles' 5-yard line.
Now it's second and 1. A run here with Gibbs. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Laporta in motion. Throwing here is Goff. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Jalen Carter in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
Down and goal.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and goal. Here's Gibbs. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A gain of 8 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Gibson now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. So the Eagles will use their first time out here, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 coming up. Here's Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now a stoppage, we have an injured Lion. That is a worrisome development here late in the game. Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Hurts will work here from the pistol. Over the middle to his tight end, Goddard. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. Clock stops, 46 seconds to go.
26-yard line.
Here's first down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That is caught, and it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within one, and a two-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his fourth touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Here is first and 10. Here's Goff. Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Now Detroit's going to use their second timeout. Clock stops with 33 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's first and 10. Laporta in motion. Goff to throw on first down. That's a short one caught by Laporta. Here's the third and final timeout for the Lions. And the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
At the 37-yard line.
Here comes second down. Laporta in motion. On second down, Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
The Philly faithful making some noise on their feet before third down. From the gun, it's Goff. They connect again. And he's going to be taken down, and that will do it. 4 quarters, no winner. Let's keep going. We're off to overtime.